Simpson here with Merseyside Metal Madness. We're out here freezing our asses off in the streets outside the Lomax, but it's alright because these two scary looking gentlemen here with me are Tom and Henry from Dyscarnate. Hello guys.
How are you doing?
Very good, thank you. Right, okay, so just as by way of a sort of introductory question that I ask everyone, could you guys give us like a little description of what is sort of the essence of your sound?
I'd say it's a sort of cross between sort of old school and new school death metal, sort of bands from Cannibal Corpse in their early era and the new era to stuff like Dying Fetus, Misery Index, and even sort of branching into newer stuff like we're influenced by stuff like Whitechapel, even stuff like that. So yeah, quite a broad range of stuff that we're influenced by.
Wicked. Agree with that? Yeah, I agree with that. Nothing to add. Fantastic. Alright, so you're here on tour with the fantastic Aeon, who we love. How's the tour been going so far?
Yeah, really great actually. Yeah, we've had some great shows. London and Cardiff especially were awesome. Dublin was good. We had some great fun with those guys. They're cool guys to tour with, and we've been having plenty of beers and good times. So yeah, it's been fun.
Fantastic. Have we had any particularly memorable moments that stand out that are worth documenting?
Probably drinking in Dublin on Saturday night. We went all round. We went to the Guinness factory and tasted the samples there, and then went out and had a few beers with the guys after the show, and ended up in some club singing metal songs pissed up. So that was good fun.
Yeah. Henry agrees. Fantastic. Okay, so now you guys are just a three-man band, and you know it's not unique, but it's fairly unusual in this sort of sphere. Now, incidentally, I love the bit on your Facebook page that says you're like the 300 Spartans. That was brilliant. But has only having three members ever hampered you in any way? Has there ever been anything you've wanted to do musically but haven't really been able to because of only having three members?
Not necessarily. I mean, yeah, we can't, always do guitar harmonies and layered sections and stuff like that by the members, but if we really wanted to do that sort of thing, we could use backing tracks and stuff like that and play along with backing tracks, but we find that the music that we want to play is straightforward death metal riffs, so we don't need to have to worry about things like harmonies and layered sections and stuff like that, so I think we're pretty happy.
Everything costs more as well, really free of you. Sorry. No, you're allowed to swear, it's cool. Allowed to swear now. We have the technology to remove your swearing. Okay, so last year you released your second album, and so it came to pass. Now, after the release of your first album, Enduring the Massacre, that received massively positive feedback from media and whatnot. When you were recording your second one and writing it, did you feel like you had a lot to live up to with the second album?
I guess so. I mean, we were still, even after our first album, we were still quite, we had quite a small fan base. It's not like we had to sort of prove to the world that we were sort of, it was just a small group of people. So we just felt we just did what we wanted to hear, which incidentally is similar to what was on Enduring the Massacre, but just we sort of progressed it further and, tried to add more groove, which is what we prefer, so if you can bang your head, then it's much more enjoyable in our point of view. So we just tried to do that really, just make it a bit more sort of groovier and catchier. So.
And are you completely satisfied with the results? How the album came out in the end?
Definitely, yeah. We're even better than we expected because of the job that the guys who were producing it, the job they did, we were totally blown away by. So when we got the final mix back, it was beyond what we thought it was going to sound like. So yeah, definitely really happy with it.
Yeah. And on a sort of similar question, I know it's kind of early days and these are kind of things that you can never really predict, but do you have any sort of idea of where you see your music developing in the future, how you'd like to progress with it?
Well, we're not 100% sure yet. We're sort of slowly beginning to start to write the next album, but we don't sort of give ourselves any guidelines to which we have to write it. We just sort of whatever feels natural and whatever we want to hear at the time of writing. But I think the only sort of conscious thing we might think about when writing it is trying to make it maybe a bit more dynamic. So rather than just being brutal all the way through, maybe sort of slower sections and maybe sort of not quite sections as such, but something that brings the sort of dynamic down, builds it back up, that sort of thing. But it'll be negligible. It's not going to be a big change.
Fair enough. And last question, really, before we wrap up, because my fingers are starting to go numb. As a band, what are your sort of plans for the future? I mean, in terms of immediate plans, what kind of stuff you got coming up, and do you have any bigger plans for further in the future?
Plans are just to play as many shows as we can, to as many people as we can. So we're going to be touring the new Dyscarnate for the rest of this year at least, and then maybe think about recording the next album next year at some stage. But yeah, we just want to get as many tours. You know, we'd love to head to America and get some tours over there, and more tours in Europe and further afield. Just trying to get our music out there, because we find it's the only way. You know, being on the internet and Facebook is great for sort of keeping people up to date, but the only real way of getting new people involved strongly is to play to them. So yeah, just trying to get out there as much as we can.
Fair enough. Tom Henry from Dyscarnate. Thank you so much for talking to me, guys. I'm Chris Simpson from Merseyside Metal Madness. That was our first official interview of 2013. Hooray! So, thanks for listening, guys. See you around.